Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. Today, a little bit of difference in our timing. We normally go live every Friday at 8 p.m. IST. But my guest had some emergencies and they had to do something, so I had to push it to 8:30. So what does that mean? That means I'm losing my Facebook audience today. But that's fine. We are live on LinkedIn and Periscope. So my guest hasn't arrived yet. But the thing is, let's talk about what's happening right now, right? Coronavirus. It's still not leaving us. I've got one jab of my vaccine. I know most of my friends have got it, but the cases are again rising. There is a threat of a third wave of COVID-19 in India right now. So I want all of you to stay safe, don't get out unless and until it's really necessary. So anyways, on SMB talks I'm trying to get more interesting folks every week, and this month we have pretty much a packed schedule. We have some good marketers coming in. So today we have somebody who walks the talk when it comes to Instagram marketing, right? She is someone whom I look up to because I'm not so bullish about Instagram. I've never invested, even though I post regularly the motivational stuff and some practical advice and some quotes, etc., and some parts of what's happening in my life on Instagram. Though I am not an ardent worker on Instagram. I've not put in so much effort on Instagram. So I keep learning from my guest today. She's yet to come. Just bear with me. So she has done a lot of good amount of work on Instagram. She is a specialist on Instagram. She's an influencer on Instagram, to be honest. She does give a lot of educational material on Instagram, right? So what I mean by walk the talk is she does something on Instagram. For example, let's take the example of the innovative features which Instagram has brought in: stories, reels, etc. She has cracked all of it. She tries it, she learns it, and she educates her community about it. So that's why I asked her to be on the show, because small and medium businesses, right, they are struggling. As I have been telling for last 1 year, 1.5 year, that if you're a small and medium business owner, I know you're struggling. I empathize totally with you, but a big but this is the right time for you to do some work or start putting some thoughts around marketing. Start producing content, start focusing on building your brand, start focusing on building your community. I know for a fact a lot of SMB owners who have survived this pandemic only because of the power of their community. They have worked hard all over the years to build a community, to keep an open channel of communication with them, and they have survived because of that. And my guest is finally here. I can breathe a sigh of relief. So today I have a doctor with me. She is India's first social media doctorate, and she is the founder of Convo Filia Communications, a social first creative marketing agencies. It's none other than Dr. Khushbu Pandya. She's an educator, coach, and consultant in the field of digital marketing and specializes in social media strategy for businesses and personal brands. She's a TEDx speaker, author of the book called Weave Model. She's a recipient of Bharuch Ratna Award, right? With experience of more than 10 years in digital domain, she has helped more than 1,000 businesses in achieving their digital goals and have trained over lakh individuals to implement right use of social media in their personal and professional lives. So I cannot wait to have this conversation with us. So today we have Instagram Masterclass for SMBs. Let me bring her on. Hey, Doc, how are you doing?
Hi,
Fine.
I'm great. How are you
I was
today?
I'm doing good. I was worried when you are not seeing Instagram DMs. I'm like, okay, I will have to talk about Instagram for 1 hour, and I don't know much about Instagram to talk for 1 hour. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for having me here. And it's been after ages that we're doing something together, like knowing you from a very long time. I really don't remember when we connected, but it's absolutely like at least 7 to 8 years back, I guess.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
connected on Twitter and maybe on, yeah.
Right, right.
So it's amazing that we're doing something together, and I'm so excited for today's session.
Right, right. You are the part of that the coolest Gujarati friends I have. I have Amit, I have Dr. Falguni, and all that group of people whom I care about a lot. You're one among them. So thank you so much for agreeing to do this. So just to give you a background, I started this show when coronavirus came into our lives last year. So I started the show that time, and I started bringing on people like you, just having a chat about your work, the kind of knowledge you have, sharing that, etc., etc. So I have curated a set of questions on Instagram marketing, and if you are ready for it, we can start off.
Yes, yes, definitely. Ask
All
away.
right. All right. So the first question, I just want to clear that out. Is Instagram the right channel to be a part of social media strategy for small and medium businesses? If yes, why do you think so?
So, definitely it would be a right channel, not for sales, if then for awareness. If not for awareness, then to build collect connections. If not to build connections, then to have sales. So it depends on what goals are you putting for Instagram in your entire marketing mix, and
Okay.
which channels are you mixing in with your social media channels mix. So let's say if you're doing Facebook and Instagram, if you're doing Facebook and YouTube, or if you're doing YouTube and Instagram, so what goals are you putting in as a business owner for each channel? That depends and varies. Usually there's a myth that small and medium sized businesses, especially B2B businesses, Instagram is not that productive, or not giving that amount of revenue or sales and all those things. But I would say that majority of people are right now on Instagram. Why? Because Instagram has become a hub for multiple content formats. So if you are comfortable in podcasting, you have voice over stories and voice over reels. If you are comfortable taking videos, you have IGTV, you have reels, you have live, you have stories. If you're comfortable in posts, you have posts and text and everything available. So you have so many chunks inside Instagram that you can mix up your content formats and do wonders on Instagram. So
Right,
that
right.
myth I really want to break, that Instagram is not for SMBs, it's for every kind of business. The one reason is that masses and masses of people are there on Instagram. So you'll have to just identify, is your target audience is on Instagram or not. If they are, then definitely you should be on Instagram. And it depends on you, that how you entertain or educate those people. Is it so yes, as I said, that it depends on your goals of Instagram, so
Right.
how to do that.
Right, right. Actually, that pretty much sets up the right context for the conversation and the questions which I have ahead, and I have the right person to answer that. All right. So, how can SMB owners figure out whether Instagram can work for their brand or not? Because Instagram, if somebody's new to Instagram, they might see, okay, these are images. People are posting random images. Some brands are running ads. How can an SMB owner, imagine that I'm an SMB owner, I want to find out whether this platform is for me or not. How can I figure that out?
So you have listening tools. If not listening tools, the major thing that you used to do on Twitter, that is hashtags. So you do your research as a business owner. If I have a business, I would first, not jump into content creation, but I would first research that is the platform, right for me. So
Right.
one can do research through hashtags, through locations. So I would exactly tell
Right.
you, like, let's say if I am searching for, let's say, water bottles, okay, and I'm a manufacturer of water bottles. So I would search those hashtags on Instagram and find my audience, that who is using hashtag water bottle, or
Right.
related terms, that keywords that are associated with your industry, and see
Right.
what people are sharing, see what people are saying on those particular products. Are
Right.
they making content on it? Are there any influencers who are related to, let's say, water bottles is much related to fitness industry, because you know it's
Right.
hydration and you should stay hydrated and all those things. So can you make those relative perspectives into your business? Can you promote your product on Instagram? So before plunging in, I would really request all of them to have a kind of a research, see and learn and observe what people are doing, and then plunge into it. So this
Right.
research would give you a pretty much good idea that Instagram is right for your business or not. So listen to conversation first of all, and then plunge into any platform. It applies to any platform.
Right, right. Hashtags actually are a boon on Instagram, and there are a lot of tools which will give you good kind of research on hashtags and what kind of hashtags are being used on Instagram, etc. All right,
And
fantastic. Yeah,
as I said, that even let's say I am in Gujarat, then you can use location Gujarat, and then inside that, let's say you maybe invest in some listening tools, and which gives you a combination of locations and hashtags, and search for your product. That in that area, are there any users who are using Instagram? So
right.
there are n number of tools available, free, paid, for businesses. So yes, that research part is very much important.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the starting point of that journey. All right. So Instagram marketing is a totally different ballgame. It's not like Twitter or it's not like LinkedIn or anything. It is creative. You need to have some kind of creative juice and storytelling capabilities, understanding of your audience, etc. So, what are your top recommendations for SME owners who are starting their Instagram journey?
Right. So here's also there's one myth that you should be over creative. You should have very good visuals, and you should have creative video editing styles and everything going on.
Right.
Absolutely, there's one part that is true, that it is a creative platform, and people are have everyone have nowadays become creators, and they are creating something or the other,
Right.
videos and the reels and everything. But it is not necessary that when you are starting up, when you're just a fresher and you are putting up, there are so many accounts, there are they are just plain black and white, and they are with million followers. Let's say I'll just share about one such account, that is a six figure chic, is an account from US. So if you just observe that account, it's plain text, black and white background with black text, but she is giving so much of value to all the people who so she's a course launch creator, helps people in launching their courses.
Okay.
um, so she does not have an aesthetic feed, no colors, nothing going on. So this was one example to showcase that doesn't matter. People just are craving for knowledge. People
Right.
are craving for social connections and the bonds and conversations. So
Right.
till the time you focus on those three parts of social media, which makes media social, uh, nothing else, everything else is just a bonus point. And
Right.
in the game, when you are in the game, you learn on the go. Like I always tell people when they start that, they come with me, what tools are you using, what gadgets are you using, what lights are you using,
Right.
what apps are you using. So I say, I am in this industry since 10 years, and because I am in this industry since 10 years, I now have this,
Right.
upgradation to my career. But when
Right.
you're starting up, like when I started up, I did everything from mobile using free tools and free apps. So just that. And if you have an eye for design, if you are creative from here, there are tools like Canva who can just simply help you out there, and you can put your ideas into templates, and that's it, you are done. So
Right.
just break this assumption that you have to be creative. Just put out what's in your mind and be true to yourself, be true to who you are and what your business goals are. Put in
Right.
that effort, and put the effort specially for connections and building relationships. And yeah, that's it. That's all
Right.
we need.
Right. I was just following your recent reels about your journey and the kind of your thought process behind, the kind of content you create. That was amazing, actually. I really loved it.
Thank you
Right.
so much.
My next question, again, Instagram keep launching innovative things, innovative features, reels, stories. It keeps on coming. So, according to you, since you're the expert here, which are the best features SMB owners should not miss?
Right. So Instagram itself has, said this few days back, the
Right.
head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, that they are concentrating on video, and it is not just like when it started, it was a square image sharing app. So it's
Right.
not just the square image sharing app now, but it's much more than that. And now they are concentrating on video, they are concentrating on creators and connections and everything. So it
Right.
is very, very clear that videos are going to stay. Also, because the logic, if I talk about the logic, people, very rare people are readers.
Right.
Majority of them learn through videos, and videos
Absolutely.
are actually something where people put their energies into. So
Right.
definitely it cannot be ignored.
Right.
So on Instagram, if you make IGTV videos, if you make reels, if you make go live with few other people, or go live solo, so
Right.
these video contents can be good for SMBs as well. And
Right.
it's also not that reels are just for dancing and singing. There are, like, you can do so many more. Like, if you like, anybody watching can just visit the account of Convophilia Communications, that's my company. We make voice over reels, like everything is education. Every reel is made on Canva. Okay, no other tool is been made. So you can make reels on Canva, put your voice together and educate your people, and people would appreciate if you're giving value. So
Amazing.
you can definitely start with reels, because reels is something which is the newest and newest baby for Instagram, and it's pushing right now. So if you're not on reels, I would advise that everyone to, whatever your business is, doesn't matter, just build your content pillars and jump into reels.
Okay, got it, got it. Because I think this coronavirus lockdowns have uh, the number of creators on Instagram and TikTok. I'm pretty sure it has quadrupled because of these
Yeah.
lockdowns, and there's a lot of interesting content available right now for entertainment, education, and everything. Right.
Yes.
Another innovative concept with high engagement value is Instagram stories. So, how do you think SMB owners can leverage stories feature from Instagram?
So I'll just tell you this, that people love stories, as in storytelling. When you,
Right.
as we were kids, we used to listen stories from our grandparents, and so every human loves stories, and stories are something which connects and bonds people. So
Absolutely.
taking that logic forward, Instagram stories are bits and pieces of your life, bits and pieces of behind the scenes, bits and
Right.
pieces what your company is all about, what vibe, how your employees are working, or how you are serving to your customers, and all those small tiny parts behind the business, which
Right.
Instagram gives a beautiful way to share those stories in the form of Instagram stories. So I would
Right.
say something which you don't want to post as a post on Instagram, share it on stories, because it's a 24-hour content. It will vanish in 24 hours, so you can
Right.
be as creative, as spontaneous, as true.
Yep.
genuine of yourself and start sharing your stories. And you know, it's not just for swipe ups. Like, okay, the one fact that I really want to share over here is I get these questions a lot, that how do I get this swipe up story if I'm not 10K and all those things. So don't run behind swipe ups. Why you need
Right.
swipe up? You want to engage those people inside the app. You don't
Right.
want to take them outside. Even if I have noticed that I tell them to go to my YouTube channel, they won't. But the same
Right.
video, if I keep on IGTV, they'll watch it. So
Right.
try to, engage the people inside the app.
Right.
Hence, in stories, one should share, let's say 8 to 15 bits of content, wherein they take a journey. Let's say what I did on social media day, for example. So
Right.
because I'm not celebrating social media day as an event these days, I mean, past few years, I took them to a journey when I started the social conclave in 2014, how it was celebrated in 2015, how it was celebrated in 2016 and 17 and 18. So I took them to the 5 years journey that we celebrated. And that's how you can use stories to build, to start with a spark and then ending up with a conclusion and making a great experience for a user, so that they enjoy the story throughout the day. So you don't just
Right.
post it, continuously 10 stories in 1 hour, but you give time and put stories regularly on in an break it down in entire day. So take people through your journey in an entire day. So that's how you can, actually
Right.
utilize stories at its maximum.
You're right. Right. Behind the scenes, the authentic stories work well on
Yeah.
stories. Actually. Yeah.
And
You're
even bloopers are also the best thing.
Yeah.
You just say that, okay, while I was shooting this video, this happened, the mic broke down or the light broke down or whatever it is.
Right.
uh, and people love the raw content, trust me. Like whenever I
Right.
put up very polished video, I get less views. But whenever it's just random out of nowhere, and I get the maximum views. So the raw
Right.
content is enjoyable, fun, and from the bottom of the heart.
Right, right. Most of your content comes across as very authentic and raw. That's what I like about your channel. I look forward to you seeing your stories. I watch it every day. Because it's very real. You're talking to somebody like me, and I can connect with it. You share from your answers of in this session also. It comes like an answer from somebody who has done it, made mistakes, learned from it, and then teaching or preaching that. So that's why I love having this conversation. Fine. So now stories out of the way. Let's you touched upon this, but I want to just drill down a little bit about Instagram Reels. It's a perfect avenue for storytelling. We all know that. But what are some of the stories, for an SME owner to, he or she can showcase using Reels? Some examples of that.
Sure. So let's say products, if you are a manufacturer of products, then
Right.
what goes inside the product? Let's say the journey of raw materials that goes inside to it. You can
Right.
talk about how you are sourcing those raw materials, from where it's coming, who are the beneficiaries, that let's say some of them are manufacturing and sourcing their products solely from India, so how it is supporting Indian economy.
Right.
There was a break, I guess, in the
Yeah, yeah.
connection.
Yeah, now you're back.
Okay. So I was sharing that, let's say you're sourcing something entirely from India, and how it is supporting Indian economy, how it's
Right.
supporting, let's say, Indian farmers, or, some community of India. So you have to go to the core of the storytelling. It's not just upar ka thing where you just showcase products as a whole, but you
Right.
go and show your followers how the product is actually made, what machineries are being used, and not not revealing the confidential parts, but at least showing them whatever you are, whatever you can. So we have these, shows on some of the channels where they, go inside the factories, and
Right.
people love watching those shows. So you can take inspiration from such TV shows. So that is one example. Also, yes, TV shows is a very good source of inspiration. TV channels, news, and newspapers, how they are doing storytelling, like taking you from one story to another. Let's say even video titles. I have this quick way to take inspiration from TV channel shows for titles of videos or titles of blog posts.
Right.
Uh, why? Because they have already done their research, okay,
Absolutely.
and which is definitely clicking the eyes of people. Why don't take inspiration from them and create something new out of it? So whatever shows that you watch on TV, just take inspiration from them, and as business owners, you can definitely work around that. Okay, now this is one idea how you can implement in your business, and do an Instagram post or do an Instagram story, or just create content for my social media thing. So
Right.
that is one thing. Other thing is, if you are a service provider or a manufacturing unit or whatever kind of business SMBs have, you can really take inspiration from news articles that are being going on. Let's say there are so many small WhatsApp groups now, um,
Right.
which spreads news and which goes viral like anything. So
Right.
I'm sure every one of us are part of one news group where we collect news and everything. So
Right.
it is, I guess it is underrated, but that is such a good source of inspiration, or take news from. So you can collect industry specific news, whichever industry you are in, and try to become a thought leader by sharing news of your industry, that okay, now this is something which has happened, or government has announced something, how it has impacted your business, or how beneficial it is for your business, and what new are you going to do for your users, and just share your experiences as a business owner, whichever industry it is. So all these ideas are implemented for everyone, not for just SMBs, but
Right.
everyone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I completely agree with that. All right. Also, you what as SMB owners, what you can do is you can check out people like Dr. Kushbu, Dr. Falguni. These guys all create such inspiring content on Instagram. You can just copy them whatever they are doing for a couple of months, and I'm pretty sure by third month you will be an expert by yourself. So keep following such people and learn from them. So that's the biggest lesson I have learned in my life. All right, moving on. So now I'm assuming that if an SMB owner watches this, he's convinced that Instagram is the channel for them. They want to kick off the journey. What are some of the basic starting steps you recommend for them? Uh, did you hear me, Kushbu?
Sorry, I have lost you.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
What are the basic?
Basic starting steps, for them to take the baby steps they can start with Instagram.
uh, Basic stuff to start with Instagram marketing, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, as I said before plunging in, do your research very well. Are your target audience are on Instagram or not? I am sure they would be, because in pandemic, everyone was hooked to, any one channel, and Instagram has proved, they have shown numbers. You can find those numbers on internet, that how much user growth has been there during pandemic.
Right,
So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all these channels are definitely in. Um,
right,
so I'm sure any of your one target audience would be there on Instagram. So to start with, the content preps is very much important. What you would be, sharing on Instagram, how you would be sharing, what are the content formats. So you need to design your content themes and content pillars. Let's say pillars are a sub part of themes. Let's say education, your themes can be education, entertainment, shareable content, all those are themes. And then pillars can be something inside the educational. Let's say in education, I would be having Instagram marketing. So I'm talking about my personal
Right.
social media pillars. So Instagram marketing, social media strategy, creative marketing for solopreneurs. So all these are content pillars which I'll be sharing on my Instagram, because I know that whoever is following me for education, is following me to learn some skills. And
Right.
they are also entrepreneurs and solopreneurs who are kind of managing their own Instagram account.
Right.
Uh, Also, one thing is very much essential when you're planning your content. Understand whom are you making this content for. So one is definitely the audience that you want to make aware of, and
Right.
second is your target audience who are actually going to become your buyers in near future.
Right.
So there should be a mix of educational plus promotional content, that what your company is doing, how you're promoting. Don't just make promotional content that connect us for more inquiries, or call us to book appointments or something like that. There
Right.
has to be some call to actions which are just for like and share, that okay, if you like this content, then just share it to your network. It's
Right.
free, it's shareable.
Right.
So a mix of shareable content and educational and promotional,
Okay.
and create those bits and pieces. What goes where? Like, is it going as a post? Is it going as a reel? Is it going as a story? And you can, the simplest way to put as a beginner is just decide days, that okay, Monday to Friday would be educational and promotional, Saturday Sunday would be purely casual, wherein I'll just have fun with my followers. I'll not do any promotion or education. I'll, because everybody are chill on weekends and they would
Right.
just like to have normal conversations flowing in. So you can show your home, your garden, anything which is not business. Okay,
Right.
so this way, I mean, it can be a different vibe for different people. Everyone would not come to this conclusion which I am saying, but you can decide as per days, Monday to Sunday, what things you want to share. So Monday motivational tips are very much in from years, like
Right.
since when social media was there. Tuesday tips, Wednesday wisdom, all those hashtags we used to use in Twitter, which we are
Right.
using still now. So you can
Right.
just set a theme for every day, for starters, for beginners. And I would say, uh, from the first day, you won't see success. So don't get disheartened. You'll
Right.
have to continuously do trial and error, research what content is working, what is not working, and that is visible in your insights. So check your insights every week. What has worked? What has not worked? The other thing is you can do when you're starting up is continuously do research on your stories. Ask your followers, whatever number of followers is, it's 50 or 100, doesn't matter. You have 50 people in your room with you.
Right.
So ask those 15 people that the content that you are sharing, is it helping them, is it giving them value, what more they would like to see. So ask such questions timely, periodically to them, to get an idea what your users are generally looking for. Do polls to just have, people have this habit of entering into polls. It's a fun thing to do, even if there are so many followers not following me, but they end up in my polls. And
Right.
what later on I do as a follow up is send them a thank you message, that thank you for taking part in my poll, and this is something which I am going to share in next few days, let's say ebook. Would you be interested to get that ebook? You never
Right.
know, that person might be interested and can, become your email list member. So whenever
Absolutely.
someone, it is very essential when you're starting up. You just have 50 people to manage, and whenever some new person comes, it's very nice to say thank you to them, or maybe welcome them to your community and make them from non-follower to follower.
Absolutely, absolutely. Instagram is a really, really weird place for me because I remember about 6 months ago, or maybe 7, 8 months ago, the artist Jay Sean, he used to view my stories every day. And I
Wow.
was I was surprised. It was continuously for a month. Every day he will view my stories, only my stories. He is not. We
You're
are not
lucky.
connected. I don't know. I don't follow him, but every day he will view my stories. And one day I shared it on Facebook as well. Social media is a weird world. You never know who will end up seeing your content and who will appreciate your content one day. You never know, right? So it's a very
Absolutely.
weird world. All right. So now you touched upon something which is very interesting to me, which is Instagram Insights. So let's talk about Instagram analytics for a minute. So what are some of the key metrics every SMB owner should read about, get a little bit acquainted with, and which are the key metrics they should focus on?
So Instagram has really good metrics now. Even Reels have analytics now. Before it just had views, but now even Reels have metrics like reach and views and many other things. So when you are actually looking for you know metrics, then let's say for me, DMs always have been more important than likes and views, because
Okay.
I have my 100% sales on DMs. People end
Okay.
up DMing me about my services, and they do not comment. I'm also trolled for this thing from a lot of people, that you have 13K followers and why your likes are so less, or why you don't have engagement going on in your post and everything.
Right.
So it happens to an educational account a lot, because mine is not an entertainment account where no one
Absolutely.
would like instantly. So, and it is also a niche based account. Only the business person or social media managers or professionals would come to my account to learn something or get away a value from me.
Right.
Hence, the account will not definitely not get that much comparatively, likes and follows as compared
Right.
to an entertainment account. But
Right.
what amazing I found in my account is people ask me questions in DMs rather than in comments, for the one reason that they do not want to publicly ask the question in comments.
Right.
Why? Because they don't want to have that shared information.
Right.
Let's say if let's say I'll just give you a simple example. The stories that I'm doing from past 5 days is with captions, right?
Right.
And today I started getting these questions. I was awaiting that I would be getting these questions, that how are you doing these caption based stories?
Right.
No one asked me in any post, or no one commented on any post. They directly DM me, and
Right.
that sets a conversation for me. Okay, now I'll have conversation with the person, and I get this opportunity of one on one. And that's how sales come to me, as a coaching business, or as a client, like for my services.
Right. Right.
So for me personally, DMs have been an important metric. For someone
Right.
else who is into having a small and medium sized business, for them also, I guess they should look for engagement and DMs rather than likes. I mean, since the start of social media, I have never given importance to likes,
Okay.
because that is something very very superficial. You like something, I may like any of product, I may like any person's post, but that doesn't mean that I would go and buy something. I would like is an appreciation. Okay,
Right.
that okay, your content has been appreciated. So take that as a positive inspiration or maybe motivation that, okay, people are liking something, I'll make something on these aspects, and that might, is a first step in a funnel or maybe
Right.
a ladder where,
Right.
it's a first step that, okay, it's appreciated, it's liked. And then going moving forward, it for videos, it definitely is used when, also it gives, let's say, insights also gives which video is viewed more than 3 minutes or 3 seconds in reels. So
Right.
if it is watched for more than 3 minutes, that means that your video is creating an impact or you are giving something valuable in that video,
Right.
and that's why they are hooked for more than 3 minutes. Even Facebook has that same thing, that 3 minute views. So always count not the total views, but how many other 3 minute above views, and those are kind of the metrics you should look for. DMs
Right.
specifically, because you get a chance to converse with them one on one, and convert them from prospect to leads, or I mean, sorry, from follower to client, kind of
Right.
a conversation. So look for
Got it.
chances or metrics which gives you, uh, which gives you something to bond or something to connect with that person. Only then and then you could, build a relationship with them. Maybe you can do a
Absolutely.
live together. Maybe you can collaborate. You can, have conversations to take your offers forward. So, and also one more important thing I would like to, share when we are talking about metrics is that, this is a social platform where we have
Right.
conversations. So when
Right.
when someone ends up asking you a direct question about your offers and prices, only then reveal or talk with them about your prices. But even if they are just saying, they are interested to know more, don't uh, take directly to selling point of view. Just
Right.
educate your product, give them information, just have conversations, free conversation, honest conversations about your product,
Right.
get them involved in the process, and then sell. No one likes to just be on face and sell stuff.
Right.
No
Right.
one would
Right.
buy at first point of time, and that too on social
Absolutely.
media. अगर trade shows में है तो like you can push the product and post buying and everything, but this is
Right.
social media. That person
Right.
would simply block you if you bother them too much.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
lead the
Yeah.
conversation to sales. The sales should be a goal after 3 to 4 months when you're just starting up, not in
Got
the
it.
first month.
Right, right, right. That's superb answer actually on the analytics piece. Right. So other thing which which is very widely discussed when it comes to Instagram is hashtags. Right, hashtags. How to find the right hashtag? Is there any tool for that? So what are your tips towards effective usage of hashtags? How many hashtags? More the better or less the better? What are your thoughts on that?
So before few days, there was this thing that it was advisable to use 30 hashtags in total because we have limitation of 30 hashtags. But a few days back, some creator from US had a direct conversation with Instagram team member, and it was
Right,
revealed that 8 to 15 hashtags are the best number of hashtags that a person can use in their posts.
right,
So the number is, officially out from the platform itself. So you can
right,
have, a mix of, let's say, some posts can have 8, 15, or maybe 20. So maybe 8 to 20 ratio is a good, and you can use those numbers. The
right,
second thing, important thing about hashtags is, before using that hashtags, again, research is very important. If the hashtag is suitable for your account or not. So you can
right.
find this. I actually have a video of hashtags on my Instagram and on YouTube. So if someone is, want to know this in deeper, they can, just go and watch that video. But I'll just
Right.
give you a gist over here that, let's say you are a small account with 500 to 1000 followers, or maybe 5000 followers, using a hashtag which is having a population of 1 million would not be advisable. Why? Because your post will get lost into that number of hashtags.
Right.
So let's say if you are a bicycle manufacturer, okay, then you should search for keywords and that hashtags, hashtag bicycle, hashtag drive bicycle, or whatever it is, and see that how much population, that, I mean, the number it actually comes, that it gives you, Instagram gives you that this hashtag is being used for 10,000 times or 1 million times or 50,000 times. So choose the hashtags according to the number of your followers account. So if you are a small account, choose hashtags which are less than 100K. Okay, it will give you more number of chances to be found or be searchable in that particular category. Second
Okay.
is, when you search a hashtag, let's say I search a hashtag Instagram marketing, and
Right.
I see the vibe that is going on in that particular search results. If
Right.
my post is fitting to that particular search results, use that hashtag. If my post
Okay.
is not fitting into that search category, like visually or vibe wise, I always say find your vibe and voice in
Right.
social media. So if your post is something which is not fitting, it's like odd one out into that category, then don't use it. That is the
Okay.
second tip. The third tip is, while choosing your hashtags, you know always keep three categories of hashtag. One category of hashtag is who you are. Like, let's say I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a solopreneur, let's say I'm a business owner, woman entrepreneur, all those things. Who am I? Okay, that defines me. The second
Right.
category of hashtags is defining your business, what your business is all about. Bicycle manufacturer, bottle, water bottles, or because
What?
that is something which I can think of right now. But yeah, something which defines your business. So
Right.
my business would be, let's say, coaching or consulting or training, or small and medium sized businesses, small business owner. All these hashtags are definitely trending these days, so you can.
Right.
Second category is about your business, and third category is about your target audience, who they are.
Right.
Because they would be searching something related to themselves. Let's say I'm a fitness freak, then I would definitely follow some fitness related hashtags, and in that fitness, let's say bottle and bicycle both fits in both of my examples. So you can use hashtags related to fitness industry to, and I mean, grab the attention of your target audience. So these three categories of hashtags, you can put in your bucket. Let's say 10 hashtags or 5 hashtags of each category.
Right.
And the fourth tip about hashtag is, the last one is that don't use same hashtags in each of your posts. Don't just copy paste your hashtags. Like हर एक पोस्ट में एक ही हैशटैग है, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. The
I'm guilty of that actually. I do that regularly.
it gets stagnant and you don't get followers. This fact is also being said by Instagram itself, that when you use the same kind of hashtags again and again, Instagram feels that you are a bot and not a human. That is the logic
Oh, okay, all right.
behind
So
this
that's why
thing.
that's why I'm stuck at 800 followers for last 1 year, I guess. Now I got the trick. Now I
And,
understood.
and the other thing you can mix with your hashtag is describing your picture, whatever your picture is about. Let's say if the picture is just me, myself, then I would use something which is, let's say my personal hashtag is the social boss, then I'll use that. Or Dr. Khushbu Pandya is the hashtag, then I'll use that. If I'm showing my garden, then I would use hashtag garden, hashtag flowers, hashtag red flower. So it works as an SEO. If you would understand SEO, then you would definitely understand that Google identifies, pictures through texts, and you have to tell them that what the picture is all about or what the video is all about. So
Absolutely.
hashtags should be definitive of what you are sharing.
Right, right, right. I am getting a feeling that I should have kept this conversation for 3, 4 hours. Instagram masterclass for 3, 4 hours, and charge people for this. Actually, this is like too much of a value coming in for such a small time. That's fantastic, amazing. I learned a couple of more things, so I will I will start implementing them soon from tomorrow itself. All right.
Awesome.
So the final question from Instagram masterclass is about content, right? Creating content and managing an Instagram business account is a tough task. What are some of the top tool recommendations you have for SMB owners who want to start their Instagram journey?
Okay. First and foremost, Canva. I have been using Canva since Melanie launched it. I have, personally met her in Bangalore in one of the event, and since then I am a fan of the tool. And
You
it has,
you met her in Bangalore?
yeah. There was,
I also met her in Bangalore. How come we missed each other?
I
I
don't
don't know.
know. We
Maybe
might have
multiple
met,
events.
maybe. Uh,
Multiple events.
but maybe, yeah,
Long
because
time ago. Long time ago.
long, yeah, yeah, long time ago. So,
I love Canva.
yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So Canva is one tool which is solving the problems of many businesses, and it has created even earning opportunities for people who are selling templates.
Absolutely.
Designers who are selling
Yeah.
templates. So if you're just a starter and you don't know where to earn money from, just learn Canva, sell your own templates, and you can start earning money in lockdown. That's what people have done the entire year. So yes, Canva is one of the tool. The other tool that I use a lot is Splice, is a video editing tool. Splice, Splice.
Right. Okay.
It's a very easy tool. It's a free tool again, so anyone can download it. It has each and every function that you require for video edits, like
Right.
trim and cut and extract music and add animations, add tag, text, and everything.
Right.
So Splice is a video editing tool. You can make your reels and everything. The other tool which I'm recently obsessed with is Captions, because I do not have access to still like feature of captions in my stories. Instagram has released a caption sticker where whatever you speak, if you click on that captions feature on your story, whatever you
Right.
speak, it becomes a text. But still I have not got that in my account. So Captions is one of the, I'll actually, if I can show, because it there are so many tools out there with that particular name itself.
Right.
So this blue colored icon,
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. Captions. Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Nice.
Captions is the name. So you can
Right.
that is one of the tool. The second tool the third tool is Over, which all I have, I was obsessed with this tool a lot, and then in pandemic I finally bought its pro version, which is also very good designing app. If you are tired of using Canva's free stuff and you don't want to invest into the pro version of Canva, then you can have this alternate option tool, that is Over. It's by GoDaddy. So it's also a very good tool, and it has tons of options for designing.
Right.
The other app for stories is Mojo, Mojo, which I use. It has I do multiple jugards. Okay, I do multiple stuff with the apps. So it's a
Right.
basically a story app where you can design your story. So all templates in there are vertical, and
Right.
now they have introduced a template which is square. So what I literally do is I use Mojo to create my intro and outro of my stories or of my reels, and even for YouTube videos also I have made my uh, intros and outros from Mojo.
Very nice.
So
Very
it
nice.
has that animation thing going on, wherein you can time your images, you can time your text, you can do animations, you can add your Instagram handles with icon, and Facebook icon, and WhatsApp icon, and lots of varieties. You can get crazy using that app.
Right.
So that is another app. Let me check more other apps. My phone is entirely filled with apps because I love trying, apps.
New things.
For
Yeah.
photo editing, you can either use Snapseed, you can use VSCO, Visco,
Okay.
Lightroom, PixArt, and Photogrid, which I use personally. So
Right.
these are some of the apps. And yeah, for analytics, usually I go into uh, the platform based analytics. So
Yeah.
Facebook insights for Facebook and Instagram, and also Instagram insights also gives a lot of idea. And
Right.
yeah, Google Analytics, it's the thing that everyone needs.
Right, right. Amazing, amazing. I just loved having this Instagram conversation with you because it's, your energy is so, infectious. I feel like opening Instagram and doing something right now. Maybe go do a live right now. So thank you so much. This was amazing, amazing insights. I'm pretty sure I'll chop this, and I'll first time I will use this video to make small videos, because each of these answers have so much value in it. I'll do that and I'll
Awesome.
share I'll share it with you. All right. So before you go, I have two questions. It's personal questions about you, just to, so that people know who Dr. Kushbu Pandya is, apart from this Instagram geek. So first thing, you have a PhD in social media. That's one thing interesting I found about you. Second thing,
Yeah.
you run a creative agency. You are an author. So just tell me and the audience about this amazing journey you have done over this period of last 10 years or so. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay. So PhD, I'm filming a YouTube video of this question because
Right.
people have asked me numerous times about PhD thing into social media, and it's been, you know, 8 to 9 years, and still it raises an eyebrow. And I enjoy the fact of being the one having this title on my name. So,
Right.
what's this fuss about social media PhD is a video title that I'm going to do, because many of them raise their eyebrows and ask this question that, no media mention, you don't have any proof about it, how you can claim this title, and all those stuff. So, my single answer would be, I'm really revealing this for the first time in your show, uh,
Right.
and then later on I'll make a video about it. So let's say it was way back in 2008 when I, started. I heard this term called social media marketing, and
Right.
um, I was doing a normal corporate job in a multinational telecommunications company. I left that job. I came into education, and then I started teaching MBA students. And at that point of time, I thought, okay, if I want to, uh, go further in my career, I will have to do PhD at some point of time to increase my revenue from, like, let's say, from lecturer to professor, then associate professor to professor, and then something like that. So I
Right.
cleared NET, that is National Eligibility Test for Lecturers. I cleared that. It took me 3 attempts to do that, but I cleared that.
Right.
I enrolled into PhD program in 2009, and at that point of time, like, I'm always intrigued about marketing. I always wanted to do specialization in marketing in MBA, but I come from a management background only. I did my BBA in marketing specialization, and I did my MBA in finance specialization.
Okay.
And there's a story behind that also. I wanted to do in finance and marketing both, but dual specialization was not an option in my university, so I opted for
Right.
finance. And okay, let's have knowledge of both the things. um, because my love for marketing was there, I always, kind of loved working with brands and knowing how they did things, and how television ads are being made and all those things. I started researching what's new in marketing, and that's when I heard social media marketing as a term in some of the research paper. outside India. And that raised my eyebrow. Now, what is this? And I started researching, and I presented this topic to my guide that this is something I really want to do. And he rejected, like, you cannot do this. How, like, this has no future. This is just, time sensitive. ये अभी चल रहा है, बाद में नहीं चलेगा, kind of stuff. And that was expected because they were 60, 70 plus people at that
Right.
point of time, and
Right.
it was very new. Like, we were using Orkut, and
I
those
remember
days.
Orkut.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, it was not taken seriously at that point of time. But like,
Right.
it took me 7 to 8 interviews to tell them that I really want to do. So I came up with options: social media and HR, social media and production, social media and marketing, social media and consumer behavior, and all those options. And my guide was like, okay, you really want to do only this? I said, yes, I am having this intuition that this is going to be the big thing in coming future.
Right.
And he was like, okay, let's start with it. So my actual thesis title is social media and impact of social media on consumer behavior.
Wow.
So that is
That's
the
nice.
entire title.
Right.
And so I did. So we're back again.
Yeah. You're back. You're back. Yeah.
So that's how I chose the topic, and for 3 years, it was a journey, like doing PhD and writing research papers and researching and all the statistical methods and all those things. So
Right.
in 2014, I got my degree, and at
Right.
that point of time, I was not having a focus. I should take media mention, or I should publish this as a news, because my at that point of time, I was also building Convophilia. Convophilia was just started as a Facebook page to share my research findings and learnings and conversation with people and observing things and learning new stuff from other people. And
Right.
I also, started taking it seriously because I thought that I could actually earn from this. So I left
Right.
my job before completing PhD, because my guide was retiring and I had to, instead of 3 years, I had to complete in 2.5 years, which was expediting the process. So
Right.
I quit my job and I gave my whole concentration into PhD thing, and I attained that. And after, during that process, I also wrote a book about, a simple method that how you can increase your social media success through in your business. So that's
Right.
called Weave model. So and I was having this tryst with social media. I want to make my career into this field only because this is exciting. Every day you can work with new business. Every day you learn a new business story. You help people to build their business. So
Yeah.
you help them build a business on social media and help them connect to your target audience. So I was very much
Right.
inclined towards taking this forward, and that's how Convophilia was born as a proprietor, and now it's a private limited company. So it's a whole journey from one person to a team and everything. And
Fantastic. So what does Convophilia does now?
so Convophilia now is a creative marketing agency and consultancy where we help creative preneurs. So when I started, I was taking all the kinds of clients because it was new, and whatever word of mouth I was,
Right.
having through digital, I was taking up. But as time passed, and we also, kind of passed through phases of social media, and now everybody knows that they have to invest on social media. So now
Right.
we have niched down our target audience, and we have solopreneurs and business owners with creative businesses, let's say makeup professionals or beauty influencers, or let's say event organizers and creative people who are owning their own businesses. And so those kind of businesses I personally love working with, especially personal brands, because it
Right.
gives me a satisfaction to work with one person rather than a company as a whole. um,
Right.
and help that one person build their empire from scratch from social media
Right.
itself. So
Right.
creativepreneurs and personal brands are now, the thing for Convophilia, and I have a small team of 4 people, but we love, and everybody is a social first agency and also a virtual agency wherein we all are at separate places. And when Convophilia started, I started it from my home. So work from home is a thing now, but work from home is, I did from, I'm doing since 10 years. I never had an office.
Right.
uh,
Right.
we met at cafes, we worked in, I hired my first intern sitting in CCA, and we used to work from there. so
Right.
so that's how the journey has been.
Fantastic. What a journey, right? I'm pretty sure you're so proud of it, and I wish you all the very best going forward with, more work and more exposure, etc., etc. Final question for the day, which I ask all my guests is, how has COVID-19 treated Khushbu and Convophilia? How has it impacted you positively, negatively? And how is 2021 going? It's halfway done. How is it going so far?
I should not say this, but COVID-19 was a blessing for me and Convophilia.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Because
Surprisingly, most of my guests have the same answer. I'm so happy to hear that. Because a lot of people went through a lot of bad things, still going through bad things. But most of my guests are saying that it has been a blessing in disguise. Yeah, please continue.
So why? Because traditional media was still not, coming on social media. They still were not believing the fact that social media can help their business. So we are not saying, like, we all the digital people of the industry, we are not saying that traditional media is going to die. No,
Right,
newspapers are going to stay, radio is going to stay, television is going to stay, but you can amplify your business on social media. You can, bring more eyeballs, you can create impact through digital means. And
right,
COVID-19 did the exactly same. They made them understand that you have to come on digital if you want to survive. And that was
right,
one realization, one thing that was a positive thing for all the digital agencies and digital businesses out there. And
right,
we got comparatively, double the inquiries since, past 5 years. We got inquiries, and it was us to choose which business we want to work with, and which business we don't want to work with. So it was first time a choice for us. And in the meantime, I also kept on helping other agencies who were starting up, other freelancers who were starting up, that let's say if I'm not able to take the business, I spread that thing and give other people businesses. So it was a sense of satisfaction too, that helping out other people to earn. And
right.
that was the one thing that I really, loved it. And during the whole entire pandemic, even I started, convo with KP lives on Instagram, which made me connect to so many people out there. We had wonderful discussions and conversations and everything. So it was an interesting and exciting time for me personally as well as for the business. And
Right.
yeah, it was good thing.
Yeah, fingers crossed, touch wood. So let it
Yeah.
stay that way and take care. Thank you so much, Doc, for coming on the show. And I loved hearing your thoughts on Instagram, the kind of work you do. It's always inspiring. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much that we did this. I would literally be honest that I have enjoyed, like, I have been on live interviews, but this was one interview with you that I have literally enjoyed the entire 1 hour. I cannot believe that it's actually 1 hour, and we've been
Yeah,
talking and conversating. So
I know.
thank you so much that you took a decision to invite me over here. I had a
Come
very
on.
good time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Take care. Happy weekend.
You too.
All right, so that was Dr. Khushbu Pandya. I love her. I love her content. the kind of work she does on Instagram, it's so inspiring. If you want to see her work, go to Instagram, check out Dr. Khushbu Pandya or Convophilia. Amazing stuff on there. And I will share this video soon on the YouTube channel to you guys to take notes of all the lessons she has shared. I will be doing that. So I want all of you to stay safe. I'll see you all next week with another guest. Take care. Happy weekend.